Live! Welcome to Live at 5. It is April the 28th. It's the cut-off point of Tony eligibility tonight.
The final show of the season.
I am so tired. How are you feeling?
I'm alright.
So tired.
I didn't see Long Day's Journey tonight yet. That's why.
So tired.
4 hours.
As far as long. And we have a very special guest today, Paul Anthony Stewart from Beautiful.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
My favourite musical on Broadway, which I see lots.
Yeah, I know.
It's my go-to destination.
You're a full-out groupie. I love it.
Okay.
Hi,
so,
Adam. How you doing? Hi, everyone. If you have any questions, we're gonna write them in there in the comments. So what's happening? More awards stuff today.
So anyway, Shuffle Along opens tonight. It's the last show of the Broadway season. We are done.
Shuffle Along is an extremely private opening.
Yes.
There's like no interviews. We can't go interview all the actors. It's just a very private thing.
Nobody I know really has seen it yet.
No, me neither. Some people in the office have seen it.
Yeah, but they paid for their own tickets. I was not about to buy tickets.
But we're super excited to see it. We can't wait to see it.
Yeah, no, Saturday.
And Shuffle Along got a Best Musical nomination.
So this is interesting. So tomorrow the big question is when the eligibility committee rules.
Yes.
Will Shuffle Along be in the revival category or the new musical category? And the Drama Desk Awards today, which we will now talk about, they put it in the
it seems like it's going to be musical, I think, but they have to decide. They have to decide. The show's been sort of touting itself as a revival in ads, and obviously Hamilton kind of has that category maybe locked up.
I think we could.
Maybe.
Yes, I think we could say
what else is Drama Desk?
All right, so Drama Desk today.
Only 3 Broadway musicals got Best Musical. Right?
Yeah.
Now Waitress.
Well, should we just do this? So yes. Yeah. So overall, She Loves Me got 9 nominations. Okay. American Psycho got 8, but did not receive a nod for Best Musical, which is very intriguing.
Are not happy with
that.
They
were not very happy. Although Benjamin Walker did get a nod for Best Actor. Bright Star got 7 nominations. Now this is very interesting.
Wait,
because,
did Bright Star get Best Outstanding Musical?
No. That's another one who was snubbed there. Now, the Drama Desk Awards honours Broadway, Off-Broadway, and Off-Broadway.
Right.
And Hamilton won it last year, so wasn't eligible this year.
Right.
So this is interesting. In the Outstanding Musical category, you've got First Daughter Suite, Off-Broadway, Daddy Longlegs, Off-Broadway, School of Rock, Broadway.
Subtle.
Shuffle Along, I was very subtle in the office this morning, was not making any noise when a certain person was nominated for Best Score. Shuffle Along and Waitress.
Well, and we did the math, and Waitress is now the only show that's been nominated for every correct?
Category.
Yes, every one. So Waitress is doing very well. Now, also Broadway.com we have some awards.
Yes, so you've got until, if you hate the Drama Desk, if you don't approve of what they've been doing, if you don't approve of what anyone else has been doing, you can control completely the Broadway.com Audience Choice Awards.
Choose your own.
And at the moment we're choosing the nominations.
Choose your own nominees.
So you have until midnight tonight.
No, you have until 11 a.m. tomorrow. And then at noon tomorrow, we're going to announce it in a very special way. And check out our Facebook wall. We're having a little event in Times Square for anyone in New York City who wants to be a part of theater history.
So, you know, get yourself to Times Square, basically. Maybe.
Theater history-ish.
Now, I did briefly mention, I mean, this is a very busy week for Broadway openings, so Beth last night covered Long Day's Journey.
Did you see the Squigs for Shuffle Along?
Oh, it was amazing.
Squigs did a beautiful drawing for Shuffle Along for the final, his final one of the season. Final one of the season.
So Beth did Long Day's Journey last night.
Yes, and she talked to Jessica Lange and all of them.
So have a look at that video up on the site.
They were super tired at the end of this.
It's a 3-hour, 45-minute show. I think the audience were pretty tired as well. I think everyone involved was pretty tired. Right. This is interesting. I mean, Christopher McDonald, who's like a villain, you'd recognise him for playing bad guys. He's going to join Nathan Lane and John Slattery in that very starry The Front Page, which is heading to Broadway this fall. Right. I can't wait for that one. I love Nathan. I love Nathan Lane doing anything.
I'm excited about John Slattery.
Well, me too. Sam McKay, star of London's in the Heights. He did the Q&A, which was put up today. Right. And then just to quickly wrap up from odds and ends, the Spring Awakening movie is still in the works.
Is it?
Still in the works.
Is McGee still involved?
Tom Hanks is.
What? No one told me. I got to read the site. I've been busy.
You should read the site. And there was an Aaron Tveit video, which I had to...
An Aaron Tveit video?
Well, I know
Wait, but also Tom McGowan, right? Did you say Tom McGowan?
Yes, but we've already...
You did that? That was so fast.
I talked about Tom McGowan because we talked about The Front Page and...
No. Tom McGowan, who's going into She Loves Me.
Sorry. No, we didn't. Sorry.
Yeah, Michael McGraw is leaving She Loves Me.
I have had no sleep.
And Tom... See?
Yeah,
it's getting bad. It's getting bad. Yesterday we had 2 guests.
We're falling apart over here.
Yeah, so Tom McGowan
would have seen the role of Cyclops.
He played the wizard in Wicked for a while.
And he was Tony nominated for Labette.
And his daughter's really cute. She's a Broadway.com fan.
Oh.
So I met her. She was super nice. Super nice. Anyway, so he's going into She Loves Me because Michael McGraw has to leave for personal reasons. So I hope everything's good with him. And She Loves Me just got a lot of nominations. It led the drama desk.
Nice. So, we loved that.
Yeah.
And actually, I loved Psycho, and that had 8. Although I don't understand it not getting the best musical slot. That has confused me.
What the hell?
We
gotta get to the bottom of this.
It's alright, School of Rock had a best musical nomination, it's all fine. Not that I have favourites.
Okay, is that it? Is that everything?
I think that's it.
Can we bring
I've lost the plot today, so
soap
sorry
opera
everybody.
hunk Paul Anthony Stewart on. Paul Anthony Stewart, everyone.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Sorry, we don't have a studio audience. It's the best we have.
Can I have one of those?
How you doing?
With me everywhere I go. I'm doing great.
Thanks
that was
for
a lot
coming
in. Thank you for having me. That was
Did you learn a lot about Broadway in the last few minutes?
I did not need to actually read your website today because I got it all.
So you're in Beautiful.
I am.
That smash hit. So how long have you been in Beautiful now?
A year and a half, a little longer actually.
Living in that music for like...
Living.
Now tell everyone who you played. You don't play Carole King's nasty husband.
I don't.
No.
Although I feel like I could.
You could? You could do...
Right. If Scott Campbell tripped and fell, I could probably step in. Because I've heard the show so much now that I think I know everything.
You played Don.
I played Don Kirshner.
And who is Don?
So Don Kirshner is the music publisher who discovers Carole.
Right.
And Barry and Cynthia. He runs the publishing company.
He's running the whole joint.
Yeah, and he's also he was a real person. He unfortunately died about 5 years ago, but he was a real person like everybody else, and in the show. And he was actually on the cover of Time magazine. Fun fact, as the man with the golden ear.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because he really changed the sound.
What building was his office in? Not this one. We're in the real building right now.
We are, you know.
Wikipedia
gives very conflicting.
Really, I know. It's well, there's 1650.
Yes, because I actually read a book on him. Yeah, and it was 1650 Broadway, which is across the street.
Okay, so he was not actually in. Imagine if he was on this actual space.
He may have been though.
We would have never known.
It's very possible. It's very possible he could have just come across the street. And
probably not.
I'm sure he knew people here.
You are. I mentioned you have a connection to soap operas.
A wee one.
Yeah, a big one. You and you have the classic handsome soap opera face.
Oh well, thanks.
So
Thank you.
Tell me about how you got on your first soap, and how old you were, and how that happened.
Wow, I was just out of college actually,
yeah.
And there was a little show called Loving.
Yeah.
A little half-hour show that was on before All My Children on ABC, and. There was some sort of nationwide, apparently, casting search.
Big deal.
And because they were bringing on a bunch of younger people for I remember when I used to be one of the younger.
They're making it sexier. They were
rebooting.
Yeah,
exactly. Rebooting. A reboot, and they were bringing on maybe 5 or 6 college age kids, and
who'd you play?
I played Casey Bowman.
What was his deal?
Casey Bowman. You're looking at me like you maybe know.
No, I don't know. I've seen some soaps.
Casey Bowman was like this sort of grungy from
bad boy.
Yeah, he was like a good bad guy.
Okay.
Which apparently I get cast as a lot, but. He was a photographer, kind of a hippie, but he got drug addicted, of course, and then died in a drug deal gone horribly wrong.
Wow, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay.
And you ended up...
Survived.
You ended up like... How many times were you on like soap opera magazines? Covers. Like cover stories.
Yeah, probably a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Do you have all your soap opera covers like backstage at Beautiful?
No,
they're
actually in a trunk in my basement.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they yellowing?
They might be. I should probably check. I was thinking I probably should pull them out one day and maybe snap them and put them on Instagram, since that's what all the kids do these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. Hopefully they're still there or not.
You must have a lot of do those soap ladies still like show up? Do they come to Beautiful? It's kind of a perfect merge of like people who love Beautiful.
It's kind of like they're kind of my target audience.
Yeah, you're like, right? You're like, I got this guy in here because
Oh yeah.
They show up.
Oh yeah.
Do they ever have the magazines? Or old photos?
Has that happened yet? There have been some photos, for sure.
Yeah, some 8x10s.
Yeah.
Black and white.
Black and white. Yeah. All right.
Did you have to do it?
You don't have to date me that much, do you?
No, please. No, I just love that classic. It's a classic look.
Yeah. No, they pop up.
Yeah.
And it's great to actually, because it's been a while. It sort of feels like another lifetime ago.
Yeah, of course. And you've done a lot of Broadway.
Well,
in theater. I mean,
this is my fourth one. Yeah,
Cyrano. Remember that musical Cyrano? That was your Broadway debut, right?
That was.
That didn't make it. What country was that from?
No, it did not make it.
Was it Dutch?
It was Dutch.
It was Dutch. It was a Dutch musical. It was a Dutch for the kids who missed it.
Yeah.
In the early 90s.
I think there's a bootleg.
Do you? Do you have a good
around somewhere?
Do you have a good bootleg?
I might. Yeah.
I remember Cyrano. It was Cyrano, but it was like a
the musical with an exclamation.
Was it a little rock and roll? I don't remember the sound of it.
It was kind of Les Mis.
Les Mis, right? Everything was Les Mis.
Everything was Les Mis.
That was the thing.
Right.
Be Les Mis.
Exactly, until it was no longer the thing.
So when did you know that Cyrano wasn't gonna be the next Les Mis?
Oh boy. Oh God. Well, maybe the first read through. But we hoped.
Yeah, it ran a little bit.
It had a lot of potential, and as many shows do, and then a lot of times there are many factors that influence how a show then pans out.
And now you're in a big hit. So let's focus on that.
Which is a lot more fun.
I'm sure. So Brett just asked, am I going to cry when I go see Beautiful? It's a very important question.
A lot of people cry.
A lot of people do cry.
A lot of people cry.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how much Carol's journey affects you. And
yeah, it's a journey.
Yeah,
Teresa wants to know, what is your favorite song in the show? Do you have
that's
one?
a great question.
You get to sing some. You could sing my favorite song.
I do. I get to be a part of You've Got a Friend, which is.
How'd you know that was my favorite song?
Because it's the only one I sing.
That's like a big moment.
Yeah, I have to say, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow is probably one of my all-time favorite.
That's a good
songs.
one.
It is a good one.
Yeah. People are very impressed.
Okay? So you're reading these questions as they. This is very cool. Okay.
What are you reading?
I can't believe you can actually.
It's hard to read this, isn't it? Did you get to work with Jessie Mueller?
Yes, I did.
How was that?
My first 6 months in the show.
And now you're with Jessie.
Now I'm with Shalina, right? Yeah. Working with Jessie's incredible, and I love her so much. And we had a wonderful. She was so generous when I came into the show, and let me do my own thing and change the blocking, which isn't necessarily something that you're allowed to do when you replace in a show. Usually, you have to do what the previous actor did, and the whole company and our director Mark Rooney were really generous and encouraging with me, and to let me sort of make the part my own and find my own jokes, and we've really formed a really lovely relationship with each other. But Shalina's fabulous too. So we've been very lucky.
Which do you prefer, TV or stage? Why make him choose?
Stage.
Lisa wants to know.
It's an easy stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, stage.
Yeah,
I prefer stage.
Yeah,
I always have. I mean, I started off in the stage, in the theater, and it's my greatest love, really.
So, are you Paul Anthony Stewart because you couldn't be a Paul Stewart?
Yes, because there was a film actor named Paul Stewart.
Isn't it like a designer too?
That's with a U. Okay.
No, I'm not wearing Paul Stewart at all. Bargain basement. So now you're like one of those guys that kind of has 3 first names.
Not kind
of,
you do.
But
I pretty much do.
Do people Do people ever just mix them up, or I don't know?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, or with another 3 named actor with a Paul in it. Isn't there like a? Well, I don't know. Yeah, probably. Yes. I mean, I've thought of dropping.
Just going
back.
Yeah.
But it's like it's been too long. What does it say on those
magazine covers?
Too long.
What does it say? Whatever it says on the magazine cover.
You gotta keep.
Did you have to do a lot of shirtless stuff on soaps? Isn't that what it is?
I did.
Yeah. So you got really used to that. Did you have to hit the gym really hard?
Well, that's the not fun part about television, actually.
Fitness?
Is I kept saying I can't wait till I'm older and can be a fat character actor and not worry about it quite so much.
What type of warm-ups do you do for the show? Very specific question for Isabel. What's your pre-show ritual?
Bourbon.
I know that
No,
one.
really, bourbon.
I know.
Well, it varies. It just sort of depends on the day. I've been doing the show so long now that I don't really need to do. I mean, I don't dance in the show. I don't really sing in the show.
You sing my favorite song, though.
So, and I have the whole show to warm up for that.
Somebody wants to know what's your guilty pleasure, but maybe that's bourbon as well.
Yeah, and ice cream. And pizza. Yeah.
And pizza.
Yeah. Pizza, like, those are my favorite food groups.
What's your favorite pizza in the area? Do you like go to, like, Theater District, Times Square Pizza? Or
theater, well, I really like Two Boots.
Oh, yeah, it's classic. Of course. Why not? Yeah. Any onstage mishaps? Let's leave them with that. Anything fun happen?
Oh, God. Show? I should always be prepared with this question. Any onstage...
You should make up a good one.
Mishaps that happened to me?
I don't know. Anything crazy?
Oh, wow. Well, it didn't happen to me, but last night, sometimes we get a very... excitable audience, because the music's so great and fun, and a lot of times it sort of turns into the Jerry Springer show, and we get some callbacks from the audience. And last night, someone screamed when Liz Larson and Shalina who play mother and daughter, were in a scene. Somebody screamed back at them, "Yeah!" and everybody lost it. Everybody, including Shalina and Liz, which was. I'm sure there are many. I really need to write these down for the next time. But when you come have me back, I'll have.
All right, when I have you back, you're gonna have a whole list of
mishaps. I will.
We'll make up some good ones. Yeah. People love it. People love it.
They're the best. They're the best stories.
What went wrong at your job today, everybody? What went wrong? Thank you so much. So you're the Stephen Sondheim. What's your favorite Stephen Sondheim show? Do you have one?
Yeah, Sunday in the Park.
Sunday, the best choice. Yeah. So, Sunday in the Park with George is your favorite Sondheim show, but you're in beautiful Colin the Carole King musical at the Stephen Sondheim Theater. Don't get confused.
Don't get confused.
Don't get confused. It's on that. It's nice.
43rd on 43rd.
It's a nice theater. It's down deep.
Beautiful.
You go down.
You got to go down.
You got to go down. But it's nice. It's nice and cool. Nice and cool in the summer.
Right. It's a LEED certified building. Actually, you can look that up. Google it. Okay. What LEED certified means.
All right. If you say so.
A little fascinating fun fact.
Fun fact.
Sondheim Theater.
I learned a lot of fun facts today. I want to get some of your magazine covered. I'm gonna look on eBay for some of your soap.
I'll start snapping them and putting them on Instagram.
You should. You really should. The people need them. The beautiful fans need them. Okay. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow at 5 o'clock for Live at 5. Thanks, guys.
Bye.